Hi, you must be Cedric. I'm
Hi.
Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis.
Nice to have you here. Please have a seat.
Okay.
How's the weather here?
It's a bit muggy outside. It's very cloudy, but I managed to get here all right.
There was traffic. A lot of traffic.
New York always has traffic,
Yeah,
but I managed to get here.
Do you have your resume with you?
Oh yeah, of course.
And I'm just gonna ask you a series of questions, and if you have any questions at the end, feel free to ask.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start by tell me a little about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Cedric. I'm currently a graduating senior at Baruch College. I am currently majoring in computer information systems, minoring in psychology, where I maintain a major GPA of 3.5. I currently work at the Harvard Club in New York City as an IT intern, and there I basically shadow my IT manager in her day-to-day administrative IT duties, where we try to keep the place functioning and self-sustaining and efficient.
Okay. Now you said you mentioned comp sci as your major. You want to tell me why you chose that?
Well, my original intentions was to do accounting, but I found that with any career, you have to be passionate and driven to that major. And for accounting, I wasn't really passionate about it until I took this programming course, where I first discovered that I really wanted to be in this field. I felt that I was one of the best students in the class, and it was something that I was very passionate about, and I expect that to learn more from it.
And you definitely feel that your skills lend more towards comp sci than maybe say accounting or finance?
Oh, definitely, because in comp science and computer information systems, you have to have a lot of technical skills and analytical thinking, and I believe I possess those traits.
Okay. Now, what experience do you have in this field specifically? I know you mentioned working at the Harvard Club. But
in addition to working at the Harvard Club, I've taken the initiative to learn some of the programs that Baruch doesn't offer, such as SQL, C++, C#, and Photoshop. So, the IT industry is always changing, and that's one of my biggest strengths. I'm always looking for change, always looking for a dynamic environment.
Explain how you would be an asset to Streets of Walls.
So at Streets of Walls, I've heard that you guys value leadership, and I believe that I possess a lot of those qualities, such as time management and being able to communicate with others.
Okay, now here we have a lot of employees that are very strong-minded,
Mm-hmm.
They're very goal-oriented and very driven. And sometimes that leads to a lot of conflict within, group projects. Now, if you're a leader in one of these projects, how would you deal with maybe someone that's not seeing eye to eye with you?
Well, I usually take the more assertive approach. I would always listen to what they have to say. Then I would give my input. And of course, at times we would have conflicting ideas. But I believe that, through communication and throughout trying to establish a better environment, that we could work together, and any team can work together.
Okay. Describe your greatest weakness.
I would say that my greatest weakness must be that because I'm very detail-oriented, that it leads to me being more of a perfectionist, and which also, transfers over to my work ethic. So sometimes I can be controlling at times. Assuming the leadership position in any case, I would sometimes get frustrated at group members that aren't contributing as much. But recently I've been trying to improve on that by shifting my direction, taking the more assertive approach, like I said, and making sure that everyone in the group contributes as one in a holistic manner.
Okay. Now here at Streets of Walls, we look for employees who are very good at time management and who work efficiently and under pressure. Do you feel like you fit them?
Oh, definitely. At the Harvard Club in New York City, I've had to do a series number of projects and meet the time deadline. So working very closely with my IT manager, we met all of our deadlines. We were never late. And in my other experience working in inventory counting service, we had to meet deadlines of completing their inventory before the store actually opens. And we managed to complete it for the most part. But I would say that time management is one of my greatest strengths.
Okay, good. Now, this question is going to seem a little different from our previous questions, but How many people do you think it would take to fill up this room?
Well, that's a good question. May I stand up and
Yeah,
count?
please. Use any approach.
Okay, so it seems that there are tiles that I could see from the outline here, and I guess one person would fit in one tile. So if I were to count the number of tiles, then I would provide you with a good estimate, I suppose. So it's 1, 2, 5, 6. So here I counted 8 tiles, and this looks like a pretty square room, I suppose. So 8 times 8 would be 64. I think 64 people will be able to fit in this room.
Okay, very good estimate. Now I feel like that's all the questions I have for you, but do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
Certainly. So, what do you look for when you're hiring a prospective individual?
Well, initially we look for someone who we see a lot of potential in, with a good background in education. We look for someone with good leadership skills, someone that we could feel could take charge of a stressful situation when things are not, maybe a group project's not going as well, someone that can, really take it from 0 to 60. And people that just want the company to succeed. It's not about them, it's not about their personal success necessarily, but it's about, we're a team here at Streets of Walls. And that's our goal. And those are the kind of employees that we look for.
Okay, well, like I said, I possess many of those traits that you were looking for.
Very good. Yeah, okay, I believe that's everything today. And I thank you for your time. I appreciate you coming out here. Take the time. And you could probably hear back from us within the next week or so.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was nice to meet you. It was a pleasure. Walk you to the